Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is St. YEGUS. You can call me YEGUS. I go by St. YEGUS on streaming platforms, and I just did my first show at Eagle House.
How did your first show go? Is there any complaints, anything you wish happened more?
I wish at one point I would have jumped in the crowd, but it was my first show, so I'm chilling. It couldn't have gone better, in my opinion.
Bro, at some point you gotta crowd surf while singing.
Yeah, no, I got to.
I will be there for that show, and I will get so
yeah.
many pictures of that.
Sweet.
What genre would you define yourself as?
I tell people when they ask me, I say it's kind of it's electronic, under the umbrella of electronic, kind of definitely obviously hip hop influence, maybe some hyper pop EDM with emo influence, because that's the type of thing I like.
Do you take any influence from the Gazillionaires?
Oh my goodness, the Gazillionaires are such a big inspiration to me, living with them for the past 2 years, and just seeing just their creative process, it really, I couldn't have done it without them.
Were you there? Oh fuck no, this was 3 years ago. But did you know them when they made Life Without Thursday?
No, I didn't, but when I moved in with them, that was their one song they had out, and I was just this is something different. This is a different level of talent that I don't see people making, or a different type of music that I see people trying to break out with, or that I saw them trying to break out with, but I didn't see anyone else doing it.
I'm gonna try to not to ask too many questions about the Gazillionaires, but
yeah.
What's the strangest part of living with them?
Strangest part? Strangest.
Will is a strange
person,
he's
but
fucking
I love
crazy.
Will for that, because I don't know, there's a chariot. They built a chariot once when I was gone.
That was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
I remember I was at a Cal Anderson show that night. Then I just see on their story that they just made a chariot and were riding it down Seattle streets.
Seriously, yeah. No, I mean, it's just literally I wake up or I come home from class or whatever, and they're just on just some entirely different shit, and I'm just so stoked to be a part of that.
Dude, Will was on the fucking roof for some reason.
Yeah.
Dude, he asked me if I wanted to do my interview on the roof, but I'm scared of heights, and I don't trust myself on that roof. It's so high up.
I've been twice. Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
And I don't know. There's too much noise over there, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I have so many questions about the Gazillionaires, but this is your interview.
Sure,
I'm gonna make this about you.
Yeah.
There'll probably be one more throughout though.
Yeah.
What was the hardest part of going on stage?
The hardest part, I don't know. I think it was making art that I was confident enough to play for people that I don't know. Some of those songs that I performed, I literally wrote over a year ago, and I'm just I wrote them to be performed live, and it's just I'm just super glad that it worked as intended, because I just wanted people to jump and move. That's what I did it for.
Was there a bit of stage fright? Because at the beginning when you were just sitting there, it seemed like you were nervous as fuck.
I was nervous. I'm not gonna deny I was nervous, but at the same time, my homies were there. Everyone was you got this. And no, I was just sitting there because that was part of my intro. I thought I was gonna be hidden for it, but no, I just popped out. Yeah.
I mean, I think you could have done a little bit better. You could have gone behind the stage and crouched down behind there.
Yeah.
That would have been dope as hell.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional music person though.
Yeah,
I don't know. That show was just that was fucking crazy. I've never really heard anything like it. The Gazillionaires are unique as hell.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that was a step more towards uniqueness and obscurity, and people have never seen this before.
I try to be esoteric.
I don't know what that word means.
Basically unique, super niche, but basically super based.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm bad with words. I know a lot of words, but when they gang up on me and I'm dyslexic.
Yeah.
What's the hardest part of living at a house venue?
I guess I don't know, the aftermath, cleaning up after a show sucks, but the show itself is the vibes are so good, the energy's amazing, it's easily worth it. I would do it a million times.
Is it nice just being able to I don't know, if you don't want to be at the show, you can just run off to your room and still listen to it?
Oh, well, my room is kind of where all the bands store their shit, but I mean, if I really wanted to, I could just leave. It don't matter to me.
Yeah. Is there I don't know. Fuck. Forgot my question.
No worries.
What's the worst part of living at a house venue?
I don't know. like I said, just like it does come with a lot of stress putting on an event like this because I don't know, weirdos come and we have to like be on top of that and keep watching people and weird shit. But generally, it goes pretty smooth. And if anything were to happen, like we've got an amazing crew of our volunteers and friends that take care of it.
You like the Evil House staff. They've done so good at like making me feel welcome as someone who's like genuinely at least 3 years younger than anyone else at this event.
Yeah.
Like everyone else at this event, they look down at me like I'm a kid because I am. Like honestly, like I'm still like growing the fuck up.
Sure, yeah.
But like you guys just made it feel like so like welcoming. I only felt out of place like once, and that was just because that I'm not gonna like talk shit on an interview. But this girl next to me, I thought she was trying to offer me drugs.
That's not cool.
Cause she was like a rave girl, and like she asked me like, "You trying to party?" And then she was like, "Can I have my fucking spot back?" But I was like, "Oh,
Chill out.
like it's just I don't know." Go on the other side of me. I'm trying
You're
to.
obviously a photographer.
Yeah, like I'm trying to get photos for you because
exactly.
you asked me to come out, so I'm gonna do my very like hardest. Like I don't think I've ever tried like quite as hard for pictures. I wish I went on stage at one point, but I don't know. There wasn't like much to do on stage. Like if you ever played like real art or something, I would absolutely be running on stage like every 30 seconds, I swear. Or like Funhouse, that is like a good stage, but that I don't know. There wasn't. It was kind of hard to like get up, and I didn't want to like run into you because you were running around so much.
I kind of was, yeah. I wish I had a little more room, but the drum kit was there. But next time, if there's not like a kit behind me, I'll be crazier.
You moved around the perfect amount,
Yeah, I think so too.
like with the perfect amount of energy, but you didn't like just dip before my camera could take a picture. Because I've had problems with the gazillionaires specifically. They move around so much.
Pretty wild, yeah.
Yeah, and Moses, he would like come right up to my camera and he'd be singing in it, and I'd start taking the picture, and then he would dip, like pretty much as soon as the picture would actually take.
Yeah,
But like, I don't know, you did that like perfectly. What's there to come in the future of St. YEGUS?
Future, let's see. Definitely want to drop more EP. This, like I said, this EP I made was the live test. That's what it's called because I wrote these songs to be performed live, especially at this stage. But in the future, it's just gonna be more just like my art, my inner creative vision. If you like it, that's great. If you don't,
those guys are rating me out.
that's okay.
Should I be worried?
Nah, they're true.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some shit's going on. But yeah, I don't know. Just like enter my mind, I guess.
Are you gonna? I mean, there's one answer I really hope for, but is there gonna be St. YEGUS merch, like patches, stickers, shirts,
So my homie,
any of that in the future?
Yeah, so my homie was vending t-shirts back there, not for me, not my merch, but his brand Terra Buddha. It's a mushroom company. They make supplements for stimulating your brain. Not in that way. Nothing illegal. But he created me this crazy custom hoodie with their logo.
Oh shit! I saw that.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks fucking crazy on camera.
Spikes. Yeah, no, it's super sick. But my homie Aaron, yeah, please follow them at terra.buddha. They make crazy clothes. We've been making clothes, but also their company's pretty cool too.
This is a callback to a different interview I did. I do not expect you to have watched this one because not a lot of people watch my shit. But I was interviewing the gazillionaires and I was asking them Evil House questions, and they said that they don't leave dishes in the sink anymore. Is that true? Or do they still do that? Were they fucking lying?
No comment.
You sure about that?
Next question.
What's your favorite color?
I feel like it's basic, but actually I have like a couple. I really like wearing black.
That's a shade, actually.
Oh, really? Well, I think my favorite colors that I like to look at is like forest green, like
ooh, forest green is a good
forest
one.
green, like deep sage, maybe.
I like olive green the most.
Olive is pretty nice too, but
olive
about
green
forest,
is a great one.
Navy blue is pretty great. I like a slate gray too.
I like that green. That kind of like greenish.
Oh, on what?
Like the paint. Okay, that's not really green.
It's kind of like desert sandy, but yeah,
like a very light amount of green.
Uh-huh.
What are your biggest influences to your music?
To my music, when I grew up, like when I was a kid, I liked to listen to like Skrillex and shit. EDM was a big thing in my life, and then it became like punk rock. I also was like 10 years old listening to Green Day and stuff. But then I kind of branched out into listening to basically anything. I know it's like a super basic answer, but like I really love all kinds of music as long as it like gets me to just like move in any way. So really anything. I don't know. If you keep following me, you'll see more stuff I make that's gonna be just different than what I've done before. Because I feel like my set already was kind of diverse, at least coming from the first song. But yeah.
You better post like some of the better pictures that people got of you for this event.
Yeah.
Like.
There'll be many of yours.
Thank you very much. I don't think it's quite true, but much appreciated. There are some better photographers than me.
That's the thing that I had to realize, that no matter what you do, there's always gonna be someone better, and that's not a thing like, oh dang, like I'm not gonna be as good as this person. It should be like, I need to be like this person. I need to be better than this person. It's not like a thing of spite, like, oh, I gotta be better, but it's just like, let me improve.
Is there any last things you would like to say?
I guess just watch what I do. I don't know. I kind of crave attention. I really like yelling at people on the mic and making funny, weird tunes.
That was fun, I gotta say.
Yeah, thank you.
So just like, stay tuned, punks.
Stay tuned, St. YEGUS.
Yeah. Do you have like a name for your fans yet?
Nah. They're just like my homies.
You gotta come up with a name for
I
them.
should.
Ass farts.
See me with the ass farts on stage. Yeah. Nah, but like seriously, like a big inspiration, definitely also, I should have said earlier, comes from my friends. Like I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for me making like joke songs with my homies just at their houses. So yeah, shout out to my homies. You know who you are.
None of your homies watch these interviews, but hey,
this will come up.
Hopefully, this better get 200 million, bajillion, gazillion, thousand views.
Once I get that many views, you'll have that many views because I'll shot to curve.
Hell yeah. Is that the last thing you had to say?
I love everyone and lift people up. Don't bring people down. That just sucks. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.